Hello, Skittles is Cool here, and welcome to another episode of my Q&A series. So yes, and this is what, episode 5, isn't it? So, yeah, it feels like it's really been a while since this is like a monthly series, but anyway, yeah, enough babbling on, let's get on with, first question. Do you think MLP fanfics can get as bloody as Happy Tree Friends? If so, will there be a MLP HTF crossover fanfic? Oh yeah, definitely. There's a lot of fanfics I've seen that can definitely get as bloody as Happy Tree Friends. In fact, I remember reading this one fic where Fluttershy goes absolutely bonkers, destroys half of Ponyville, and then she was forced to be killed by Rainbow Dash. So, yeah. And of course, there's all the other popular ones like Cupcakes, Rainbow Factories, Cheerly's Garden, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, they can definitely get as bloody as Happy Tree Friends. And speaking of crossover fic, I actually have seen one before. I can't remember what it was called, but basically how it happens is Twilight creates a portal that opens to another universe, Happy Tree Friends get sucked into Equestria, and you know the drill. And funnily enough, I've actually written my own Happy Tree Friends crossover fic once. You can find it on my DeviantArt. I'll link it in the description. But just keep in mind, that was the first fanfic I've ever written. So yeah, it's not that very good. So yeah. What do you think putting Sora from Kingdom Hearts into one of the DLC packs for PlayStation All-Stars would be a cool idea? Putting a character from Kingdom Hearts in PlayStation All-Stars would be a good idea because, if I remember correctly, Kingdom Hearts is a PS2 exclusive title, so yeah, again, Sora will probably be a really good candidate for that. Have you played Minecraft 1.5? If so, do you like the changes? Yeah, I have played a bit of 1.5, and some of the stuff in it is alright. I think I used the quartz blocks on one of my buildings that I have, and it looks really cool. But some of the other changes, like the redstone stuff and all the other stuff, is just, I just couldn't be bothered to follow. And honestly, I stopped giving a crap about the changes ever since 1.3, so yeah. You caress and pet your chin a lot. Do you love it? Yeah, I do seem to do it, don't I? And look at that, I'm doing it right there. I don't know why I do it. I guess it's just sort of a habit, I guess, and it just sort of stuck. If you're neutral about Doctor Who, why do you have a Dalek? This little mini Dalek plushie right here. Yeah, I know I said I was neutral about Doctor Who, but to be honest, even though I haven't seen an episode, I actually do kind of like the look of it. And yeah, I just got this at AvCon because it's just really cool, and it even talks.
You are an enemy of the Daleks. You must be destroyed.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Did you make that Strong Bad head? This little Strong Bad head? Yes, I did make. It's a little clay ocarina, basically. Yeah, I made this in, what was it, I made this in year 8, in my art class, and yeah, and I was really into Homestar Runner, at the time, and I just made a Strong Bad. So yeah. If the MLP series stops, would it be catastrophic, or would nothing happen? Now, when MLP does inevitably end, obviously we'd all be very sad, but I don't really know what would happen. Obviously, yes, the series would end, we'd all be sad, but the fandom wouldn't really sort of collapse, like, instantly. Obviously, it'll probably deteriorate over time, but even if the series does inevitably end, there's still stuff like fan art, fan animations, fanfics, pretty much all the fan-driven stuff that we've been making for the past few years. We still have that, at least, so, and that's at least something. So even if the series does end, it wouldn't be that bad. The fandom will obviously collapse, but yeah, we still got stuff to fall back on when it does happen. Are you looking forward to Fighting is Magic? To be honest, I don't give a flying fuck about Fighting is Magic. What would be your weapon of choice in the zombie outbreak if there is one? Weapon of choice? Probably be a katana. Or a chainsaw. Or a chainsaw katana. Have you read or done reaction to the Ask Princess Molestia Tumblr? Now, I actually do follow the Princess Molestia Tumblr. The reason why is because, yes, it can be a bit NSFW at times. It's also very funny. Like, half the time I find myself laughing out loud at some of the posts on there, just because, yes, they're sexual, but it's that kind of sexual where it's like the crude humour kind of sexual. So yeah, that's what I really like about it. As for doing a reaction, probably not, so yeah. How did you become a fan of Eddsworld? Now, it all happened, I think it was, wait, when did it happen actually? I have the worst memory in the world. It was either 2008 or 2009, I was messing around with some of my friends on their computer, and he said, "Oh, hey, I got something to show you." And he typed in this video. It was Santa Claus, like the Edgeworld Christmas special that was like really popular. We watched it together, and I was just laughing my ass off during the whole thing. Then we watched a few more, and when I got back home, and yeah, I was just pretty much into the series from there. Looking forward to the PS4 or not? Not really, no. Yes, I have seen some like the specs on it. It's pretty much just like a PC, but as a console. But no, nothing about it really grasps my interest, you could say, because a console is only good as, well, the games it has on it. And as far as I know, there's no really games that really pique my interest on it, so yeah, I'm probably not going to get it as soon as it comes out, so yeah. How many different pony shirts you got? Now, if you have seen my old pony swag video, then you would see the unboxing for all the pony shirts that I've got. In fact, then even after that, I got a few more, like this one, which I got for my birthday. So look, we are bronies, friendship is magic, expect us to forgive and forget. Yeah, and I got it for my birthday, and actually, hang on. I got another one, which was Keep Calm and Brony On. I don't have it in here, I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't have it in here. But I've got other ones like I Heart Derpy, Join the Herd, and a whole bunch of others. So yeah, if you want to see them all, just check out my pony swag video. If you had to kill any of the ponies, background or main 6, which ones would they be? I'm not sure if Trixie counts as a background pony, but I'm going to put her on the top of the list anyway. Sorry. As for any others, it would probably be Rarity, who else? And I think that would probably be it, I guess, actually. If you caught Pinkamena in the act of killing, what would you do? Oi! You down with that? What are your views on the whole ordeal with Hasbro and Main 6 with the development of Fighting This Magic? Now, as I said before, I don't give a flying fuck about Fighting This Magic. And besides, guys, Hasbro kind of owns MLP, so they can pretty much do whatever they want with their franchise. And if there's a fan-made project of about best friends fighting each other to the death, then yeah, I think they're going to have a bit of a problem with that. What exactly about Lyra do you love so much? Is it the fact of her appearance, fan-based personality, or something more dark? I guess I just like her for a, yeah, like I said, her fan-based personality. The fact that she's obsessed with humans, it just shouts fanfic fuel and brony bait. So yeah, that's probably why. The main 6 ponies are captured. The killer gazes over his prized possessions. What order do they die and how? I want to hear that grimdark mind of yours. You want to peer into the mind of a grimdark brony. Well, you asked, so might as well get into it. First off, Pinkie Pie is lowered into a meat mincer, and the end of it is taped to Rainbow Dash's mouth. So when Pinkie Pie is getting carved up by the meat mincer, all her shredded and gored remains are being eaten, forced to be eaten by Rainbow Dash until she explodes. And then both Applejack and Fluttershy are being held in a cage. Applejack is affected with a serum that makes her go absolutely feral and completely devours and tears up Fluttershy until the serum ultimately kills her herself. And Rarity is trapped in a vat of acid, slowly dropping onto her body, dissolving her coat, mane, until the rest of her body is completely dissolved. And Twilight is strapped to a chair, watching the entire ordeal. And then the killer looks her dead in the eye with a sadistic smile on his face, and then cuts open her chest with a knife and takes out her heart and puts it right in front of her face just before she fades out into death. I got way too enthusiastic with that, didn't I? Do you believe that every mirror is a portal to an alternate reality and the only thing stopping you from going through the mirror is your alternate self reaching out in the same moment? Who are you? Who's your favourite background pony other than Lyra? She's mine. Other favourite background pony will probably have to be either Derpy or Vinyl. If you're an avid anime fan, and if you've seen it, what do you think of the anime Sailor Moon? Oh wow. Wow. It has been years, literally years since I've last watched Sailor Moon. I remember watching it as a kid. Like, I'd always wake up on Saturday mornings and watch it on TV. But But apart from that, I cannot remember a bloody thing about Sailor Moon, just because it's all just a distant haze in my memory, just because I watched it at such a young age. So yeah. Can I draw a Rule 34 of your OC in the main 6, or your OC interacting with the main 6? Sure thing, go right ahead. Here's my OC, his name is Final Cut, professional movie maker. Go nuts, mate. Has there ever been a moment in your life that made you rage? There have been several instances in my life where there's this one particular level in a game that I can never beat no matter how hard I try, and I would always rage and yell at the screen and just go completely fucking nuts. Probably one of the earliest memories of that is probably a lot of during the PlayStation days as a kid. Oh my god, that was... oh yeah. So much yelling, so much screaming, so much murdering. I was a ruthless child. Have you ever heard of Angry Beavers? If so, do you like it? Now, much like Sailor Moon, this is another show I watched from my childhood that is just a distant haze in my memory. Though I probably remember this a lot more than Sailor Moon, but yeah. My favourite villain is King Sombra. Who's your favourite MLP villain and why? I don't know. I think I all really like them all, I guess. I like... well, first off, there's Nightmare Moon, who I've never really sort of taken an interest in before, but after making that PMV of Nightmare Night and reading a bit of past ins, I think I've sort of grown more of a likeness to her. As for Discord, of course we all love Discord. He's that one troll who just fucks everything up, and he's just hilarious and awesome. As for Chrysalis, I really like Chrysalis because of her design. I just really like the way how she's... for those of you who don't know, I like the characters who are more unique and sort of, I don't know, more different from the rest of the characters, and Chrysalis really fits in with that category. As for King Sombra, I already said before in, wait, which, I think it was Q&A episode 3, that I already said that I like Sombra because he's just a really crafty villain and he's always one step ahead of you. Would you be stuck on a tropical island with Derpy, or be stuck in Antarctica with Lyra? Probably be stuck on a tropical island with Derpy, because then we can just fly to safety. And if that doesn't work, then, I don't know, just chuck a message in a bottle. If the main 6 were characters on PlayStation All-Stars, who would they be? Oh, this is going to be fun. Let's see, let's just take a look at... so I've got the cover right in front of me. Rainbow Dash would be Raiden, obviously. Pinkie Pie would be Sweet Tooth. Twilight would be Dante. Yeah, get it? See what I did there? Applejack would be Jack, because, well, if you'd subscribed to my second channel, you would probably know why. Fluttershy would be Kratos. And as for Rarity, I'm actually not sure who Rarity would be. Should probably be Cat or something, I don't know. What is your opinion on Rule 34? Now, I've already said this numerous times before about cloppers and Rule 34, how I said that I don't mind cloppers and I don't mind Rule 34, but let's just go a bit in depth here. Well, to be honest, I actually kinda like Rule 34, don't judge. And that's probably, the reason why is because back in my early teen years, when I was like around the age of 13 to 15, I was constantly looking up Rule 34 pics on my old iPod Touch, and yeah, I just sort of developed a sort of, I don't know, a resistance, you could say, to it, so yeah. Do you like Avatar The Last Bender or The Legend of Korra? I remember watching like the original Last Airbender show as a kid. I was never really sort of into it, though. As for Legend of Korra, no, I'm not really into that, so yeah. Are you proud being a brony? I'm loud and proud, baby. What is your favourite kind of video to make? Probably one of my favourite videos I really enjoy making are probably PMVs. I make a lot of them on my second channel, I'll probably link it in the description. But yeah, I do make a lot of PMVs, and only recently I just made a PMV of Tombstone's remix of Nightmare Night. But yeah, I really do like making PMVs, mainly because I just like messing around with like cuts and edits and making it look glamorous, and yeah, I don't know, I just really like making PMVs because I sort of, like I don't know if I mentioned this before, but yeah, I have a real good passion for movie making. Okay, I think I'm going to cut it here because, well, I got stuff to do. I got a reaction video to edit, so yeah. Don't forget to leave questions in the comments below and as a message on YouTube or Tumblr or whatever. My name's Skills is Cool, and I'll see you next time.